What's going on, guys? Viollent here with GRIZZombies. Today I'm going to be showing you a professional compilation video for the Shadows of Evil Easter egg. Now this map that you just saw is what is going to give you an indication of where those question marks lie, and that's what we're going to be taking a look at. On the train is where you're going to need to be, so you're going to want it doesn't matter what destination you take from one side to the other, but you're going to be looking for these windows, and they have symbols in them, right? And so you'll take it from one side to the other, then you'll switch destinations to the third side and see the third question mark symbol. And anyways, in the left corner you're going to see that I labeled them 1 through 9. This is going to be the easiest way for you to accomplish this. When you see the symbol, match it to the number 1 through 9, and those are going to be your 3 question marks there. Now, what do we do with this? When you go into beast mode, you're going to notice that under the archway, these symbols show up. And so I labeled them 1 through 9, and that's all you're going to do is zap them, and that's going to be the first step of this Easter egg. Now, I will note here that you need Pack-a-Punch unlocked, and if you don't know how to build Pack-a-Punch already, that'll be the first link in the description box below. So as we approach the sword, we get an Apothicon egg. Now, what do we do with that egg? Where there's these octopus statues around the map, right? So I'm going to be showing you all 4 locations. And we set our egg in, and we need to kill zombies to charge these eggs, and basically it'll fill 1/4 of a section each time. So once we have the egg fully charged, it'll be blue. And so it takes 4 times, and then you'll turn it in, and you'll be getting now the Apothicon sword. Alright, so this sword we have to upgrade, so we need to take that egg that we had, that we spent so much time filling with souls. We need to go to our respective location. So I'm the detective here, I'm heading into the Ruby Rabbit, and we're going to see that there's something that she's offering, and that is the arch-ovum. The arch-ovum is now your new egg, so we're going to need to charge the arch-ovums in 4 locations. 4 players, 4 locations. That's usually how this map's going to be running. So the first one's going to spawn 1 Margwa, and there's 4 different spots. It's going to be a red circle that you can look for in these spots. So 2 Margwas every other time. So the first one is just 1 Margwa, and the rest of your charges are going to be like that. But your egg's going to change. It's going to be fully decked out in yellow, and you can turn that in now for your upgraded sword. So this is now the reborn sword. And so when we accept that, we now have the ability to throw that sword out, and it can protect us. Anyways, there's no indicator for this next step. Literally, this book in Nero's room just rises when you push X on it. So what that ends up doing is allowing you to pick up a flag down here where Pack-a-Punch is. Actually, the teleporting room before Pack-a-Punch. And it's weird, but when you do it, you come up here, and there's these purple lights, right? And so you need to hold down these lights twice for each time. You do this, and we got to do it 4 times. Now, if you're serious about this Easter egg, you should average getting to this part and failing or succeeding every time. Okay, so what I want to do is give you some pointers for the rest of this part. So when you have Widow's Wine, it gives you an ability to protect you from the meatballs. Okay, so the meatballs are coming at you from all over, but if you have Widow's Wine, they're going to burst up and explode, and that's going to help you not take damage. Alright, another thing is have players designated to certain locations. So we got 4 or 5 pathways that we need covered, and so someone picks a way, another picks another way, and you have all your areas covered. And always have one guy aiming towards where the Shadow Man's going to be spawning, and also protecting a lane. And you're going to need to deliver the flags as well each time. Okay, so when they're charged in each location, right, you charge it twice in each of these respective areas, and then you take the flag once it's charged all the way to where it needs to go. So like right here, we're going into the Ruby Rabbit to drop the flag. Okay, so after this, we're now moving on to the part where we need to kill the Shadow Man. This is a very, very difficult step. If you don't do it right, it only builds up and makes it worse. So I'm going to try to give you the best pointers I can on this part, because it was very difficult for me. This took me about a month of trying to finally get the right group to beat this. So this is an example of when we failed. We get a max ammo every time we fail, but it also spawns a Margwa, so stay calm. You need to push X on each one of these. Each character needs to push X on it, and it'll rise up, and you'll give it your sword. It'll start shocking this dude, and you need to shoot the Shadow Man. He goes from left to right, and it changes sometimes, but everyone can help you. The trick here is to throw little Arnies to the left and right of the little pendulum or little ritual table here. Throw little Arnies to the left and right, and that's going to protect that dude down there. It needs to push X on there when the Shadow Man is just above the table, and that's going to activate this step. Okay, so that's the easiest way. Now, what's going to happen after this, you're going to have Margwas spawn that chase you. You need to kill a Margwa in order to get your purple gaze, or whatever you want to call it, and you need to find a, there's also blighting. Okay, I'm going to explain blighting in a second, but you're going to need to get to a beast mode. Some of these aren't going to be lit up, so you need to find one. And now you're going to have pretty much unlimited beast mode, okay? So let's talk about blighting now. Blighting is pretty easy to understand. What's going to happen is your screen's going to flash, and then you're going to have red pulsing around your screen, and you need to blight, or you need to cleanse from the blight. So you find these white orbs around the map, and they keep respawning in the same spots. So you can keep coming back to them. That's what's nice about this. And you're pretty fast in beast mode, so you can run around these Margwas fairly easily. So don't be too afraid to experiment here, and when somebody goes down, you can revive them. Just go back into beast mode, and you can keep doing this process. But what you got to do at the end is shock that generator so the thing turns, the railway turns blue. You're going to have a guy push the train not far after, while the other 3 guys are rushing to the middle to shock the 3 gatekeepers. What that's going to do is you're going to get a flash, and that's going to indicate your cutscene's about to happen. So I'm going to let you guys go ahead and watch that. Please sure to subscribe if you support zombies.
I'm so sorry. I really don't have time to explain. I have a universe to set right. Thank you, and goodbye.
What I'm saying is that in the Giants, we may be experiencing the same type of DLC thing at launch. They just want to introduce us to the new type of storyline, and that is why I can only bring you guys so much for this Easter egg.